I know that anybody that's listening to this is like, oh, this is hokey stuff, you know? And I know that there's going to be a lot of people thinking that, you know, Julian, that you're young. And it's funny that younger people in general, and I relate to this because more than Craig, because Craig's old and I'm younger than he is. So
Craig's an old man.
Although my hair isn't quite as gray as Jason's, so that's odd.
That's the 4 kids. He only had 2. Measured by our hair,
and all these vacations.
Yeah. Like the younger generations tend to be way more accepting of that. It's all about you know, state, how things make you feel, the impact that a job creates or that you're creating individually, and then go into like, you know, Tony and really trying to get in state and trying to really like further yourself in that way seems to resonate more with the younger generation. But like when you're talking about visualizing and everything, I think a lot of people don't understand that, might think that that's too hokey.
Let me be clear. You're right about that. And let me just kind of be clear on what I was saying. Nothing is going to cure your problems better than taking action. Like you can think and say whatever the fuck you want, but if you don't go out there and get in front of people and take action, you're never going to get the results. So just to make that clear. But I met with John Assaraf, if you know who that is. He was on the movie The Secret, and I paid him 13 grand I paid him 13 grand to go to his house for 4 hours in San Diego and learn from him. And he has a script of his life that he reads out every day, listens to it, like programs himself through different mediums constantly. And he has created his life from doing this. Like imagine if Steven Spielberg walked up to you guys and said, tap you on the shoulder, hey, I have this new movie. I think you'd be great as an actor in the movie. I'm going to pay you $10 million. Read this script real quick. If you like it, great. Study the script, learn the script. I'll pay you $10 million to be a part of the movie. What would you do?
Hell yeah.
You'd read it every day. You'd learn the shit out of it. 10 million freaking bucks. You know it. So you can write your own script for your life and do the same thing. And this is what John has done. And he's built $2 billion companies. He took one public for over $1 billion. Remax, which was a real estate company, $4.5 billion a year. Multi-million-dollar companies. I mean, this guy.
He's the guy that started Remax?
He didn't start Remax. He had a Remax agency in Indiana.
Cool.
Yes. So he didn't start the company. I don't know who did that, but they're probably a billionaire.
Probably.
And it still sounds hokey, but I think the reason why that those things work, the logical explanation would be, I think so many times we think, well, I'll try it, and if it works, then this, right? Where when you make these declarations like, I'm going to do this, you throw a lot on the line, and then you're super vulnerable. So you're internally thinking, I got to make this happen because I don't want to let everyone down. I just told everybody I'm going to do this. So I think like psychologically, like making these kind of declarations, it's exactly what Robin Sharma talks about, but making these kind of declarations is key, and it's not hokey.
No,
it's
really not.
You're writing your story, man. You're writing your story.
And if you were to take a bunch of action with a belief that it's not going to work, let's say you go meet with 100 people, or you go knock on 100 doors in the neighborhood, and this has been said by Tony Robbins, so I'm kind of stealing it, but if you knock on 100 doors and they answer the door and you're like, you wouldn't want to buy this, would you? You don't want to buy this.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple people would buy out of pity, but if you have that internal belief that it's not going to work out, I mean, the action, it's not going to move you where you want. So
your energy is creating the negative result right there.
Absolutely, and your belief. So if you start with the belief and the certainty, and you prime yourself first, and then you take that action, you're going to get more quality in that action.
Right.
Love it.
So what prevents people from doing that?
Yeah.
Fear.
That's what he was asking.